Chapter 1. The Decline of African American Players in Baseball. Introduction. The Return of Jackie Robinson is a story about the MLB's efforts to bring back African American players to the game. It is written by Aramis Brazil, a black author who is passionate about baseball and social justice. The history of African American players in baseball. African Americans have been playing baseball since the early days of the game. In the 19th century, there were many black professional baseball teams, including the Cuban Giants and the New York Black Yankees. However, in the early 20th century, black players were banned from Major League Baseball. The reasons for the decline. There are a number of reasons for the decline of African American players in baseball. One reason is the rise of other sports, such as basketball and football. Another reason is the loss of baseball fields in African American communities. Additionally, some African American parents are hesitant to let their children play baseball because of the fear of racism and discrimination. The MLB's efforts to bring back African American players. The MLB has been working to bring back African American players to the game for many years. In the 1990s, the MLB created the Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities (RBI) program, which provides baseball instruction and opportunities to play baseball to kids in inner-city communities. The MLB has also worked to improve the diversity of its scouting staff. The 2022 MLB Draft. The 2022 MLB Draft was a historic event. 4 out of the top 5 picks were African American players. This is a sign that the MLB's efforts are starting to pay off. Chapter 2. The Challenges Facing African American Baseball Players. Introduction. Even though the number of African American players in baseball is increasing, they still face challenges. These challenges include racism, discrimination, and economic hardship. Racism and discrimination. African American baseball players still face racism and discrimination from fans, coaches, and other players. This can make it difficult for them to succeed in the game. Economic hardship. Many African American baseball players come from low-income families. This can make it difficult for them to afford the cost of playing baseball, such as travel expenses and equipment. The importance of supporting African American baseball players. It is important to support African American baseball players. We can do this by attending games, buying merchandise, and donating to organizations that support African American baseball players. Chapter 3. The Future of African American Baseball. Introduction. The future of African American baseball is bright. The recent trend of more African American players entering the major leagues is a sign of progress. However, there are still challenges that need to be addressed. The importance of diversity. Diversity is important in baseball, as it is in all aspects of life. A diverse baseball league is a stronger baseball league. The need for more support. African American baseball players still need more support from fans, coaches, and other players. We can all do our part to support African American baseball players. Chapter 4. The Next Generation of African American Baseball Players. Introduction. There is a new generation of African American baseball players coming up. These players are talented and determined. They are the future of African American baseball. The profiles of some of the young African American players who are making a name for themselves in baseball. Some of the young African American players who are making a name for themselves in baseball include Jason Dominguez, a 17-year-old shortstop who is considered one of the best prospects in baseball. Anthony Volpe, a 19-year-old shortstop who is also considered one of the best prospects in baseball. Riley Green, a 21-year-old outfielder who was the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 MLB Draft. Corbin Carroll, a 21-year-old outfielder who was the number 2 overall pick in the 2022 MLB Draft. The Dreams for